Okay, one more guy here, and this guy is deceased, but he was one of my favorites of all time. Any interaction at all with Macho Man Randy Savage?
Macho Man Randy Savage. Yes, man. I'll give you this story. I guess we can tell this. I'll give you this story. Way back in the day, it was NWA then. Okay, Randy was not a Macho Man then. He was just Randy Savage. So Randy Savage and Dick Slater were together. Okay? So they came in Atlanta. We was taping at the old TBS studios. Okay, back in the day, Gordon Solie was around and everything. So Randy and Slater wanted some weed. So they knew I was the local guy. You know, I lived in Atlanta. You know, they came to me and asked me about it because I was hanging around the TV station. So I said, okay, no problem. So I took Randy, and Dick Slater. We went over to the West End, is what they call it, and we went over to get some weed. So we meet this guy, and we get in the car with this guy. And so when we get in the car, I think Randy's sitting in the front, and Slater's sitting in the back behind the guy. So when we get in the car to get the weed from the guy pulls out another bag, and he says to us, he says, hey, look, man, he says, I got everything. I got the coke, too. So he has this big bag of coke and this big bag of weed. So next thing I know, I look and I see Randy turn around and he looks at Dick. No, Randy was in the back. That's right. And Slater was in the front. So Randy turns around, looks at Dick. Slater turns around and looks at Randy. And the next thing I know, Randy hooks this guy in the sleeper. He puts him in the chute sleeper. He puts this guy in the sleeper. We put this guy out, put him to sleep in his car, we left him and took all of his drugs.
Oh, man. That was...
That's a true story. I was right there. Oh yeah. So Randy was a great guy, man. I love Randy, man. And I had a chance to see Randy, you know, after that. You know, I met him and I told him, I said, Randy, you remember this story? And he just died. And he had me go around the locker room and tell that to everybody.
Wow.
The million-dollar question that everybody has is, why isn't Randy Savage in the WWE Hall of Fame? Do you have anything to add to that?
Well, no, I don't know, you know, because, you know, you never know who they're going to put in the Hall of Fame, you know. You just have to wait and see, you know. I'm pretty sure Randy will be inducted. There's no way they can continue to have a Hall of Fame and not put in a Macho Man. Jesus Christ, he's a bigger attraction as Hogan was in the WWE.
Yep.
Amen to that.